Capricorn, hi. So this is going to be a reading for mid-June 2022, and I'll do the reading for you and then I'll close it off with a oracle card. And these are general readings, so they may not resonate for all of you. If they do, there is an extended at the end of the video. You can check out all the info about that in the description box below if you want. Now let's see, Cappy. Oh, there it is. All right, the overall energy for the reading, the Hierophant. This could be talking about commitment here. And, you know, commitment could be to just about anything. It doesn't have to be a person necessarily, but a lot of the times it is. It could also be talking about your belief system, you know, like possibly a restructuring in there. We'll see. Starting off the reading, the Temperance card crossed by the Eight of Pentacles. You're building something up. There's your energy that's being put into something. It's building up. It's beautiful. The universe kind of comes in with this energy of maybe try to be a little patient with it. Maybe it's not, you know, chopping as fast as you would want, but definitely there's a sense of patience in there. And I feel like you are for the most part, but just kind of like the way it's coming in for me, it's kind of like a reminder. You know, when you lose sight of that, kind of like, okay, you know, okay, let's be patient with it. So I don't know, it's looking good there. In your focus here, the Wheel of Fortune, possibly things have changed or things are changing, you know, for you. And I feel like, again, you're kind of in the middle of that change, and of course, that's where your focus is going to be because you're experiencing certain energies tied up to things changing. In the recent past, the Ace of Swords, possibly you took action towards something that created this change. I don't know. In your strength here, the Nine of Pentacles, definitely an energy of stability and stepping into your power and just feeling good where you're at, you know, and just kind of feeling good, especially tied up possibly to the material world, you know, the world that surrounds you. In the immediate future, the Five of Wands, there's a little bit of conflict here. It doesn't have to be outer conflict. It could be inner conflict, you know, like you having a little bit of a fight with yourself here. So I don't know. Supporting this reading, the Six of Cups, whatever it is you're engaged with, whatever it is you're exchanging energy with, I feel like it's a good energy. This comes in usually as a soul connection kind of a reference. But, I mean, it could be just about anything. Something that matches you at this time. The energy that surrounds you, and you may not be aware of it. The Five of Pentacles. There's a fear surrounding you through all of this. Fear that you're not going to make it, you know, through this, that whatever it is you're putting energy in, maybe it's not going to turn out so great. I don't know. There's definitely a fear here that's not shown up quite obvious to you. You know, so it's there, just as a precaution. In your hopes and fears, the Tower. I feel like it's tied up to this fear where a lot of the times we find ourselves expecting worst case scenarios and we don't really know why. We're just doing it. And it's usually because it's tied up to a fear of losing what we're dealing with, or, you know. Anyways, for the potential outcome, really stepping into your power here, the Emperor. This is, I mean, it comes in with that sense of creating things and doing things. This is a doer energy. So I feel like you're in charge here of whatever it is you're building, and you're in great energies for it. Let's clarify. Let me do the Hierophants. The Lovers, the Tower, the Nine of Swords. Yeah, pretty much summing up all of this, where it feels like something quite important is showing up for you here. And again, Yes, it could be a connection with the Lovers and the Six of Cups. Yes, it could be someone that's important to you. The way I see it, though, it's more likely something that you're tied up to at this current time, which doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but an energy more than anything. And I feel like it's quite important and it's quite resonant to your soul, basically. So it goes in deep, you know, where I feel like you're not seeing how deep this is. And it's kind of coming in as being stressful, you know, presenting itself as being stressful on the outside and not really understanding why you're so stressed out about this, you know, because things are looking like they're building up, like they're working. But there's something about it that kind of keeps you on edge there. And it could be your fear tied up to it. The Tower shows up again. It's kind of like as something that's quite important shows up, you know, we're going to have more emotional involvement, or there's definitely that sense of the bigger the situation and the more intense you feel about it, especially if it's tied up to your soul like that, it's going to create a little bit of anxiousness. If you would be emotionally disconnected from this, you would be like, yeah, whatever happens, you know, not to say that it wouldn't stress you out, but not to this extent. So I don't know, let's see the Temperance card. Oh, come on, this is a new deck and it's quite big and slippery. Okay. For the Temperance card, you get the Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Justice card. Okay. As I said, there is this energy of patience that's coming through a lot. And it's kind of being pushed from the universe for you, but you're taking it and you're running with it. Because what you're doing is reminding yourself, by the looks of this, of that self-love that, you know, kind of like, okay, you know, let's chill. We don't have to go crazy about things, and just paying attention to yourself a lot through this. And it's feeling good by the looks of it. And it is kind of placing you into this balanced kind of an energy through all of this. So even though stress may show up at some point, you're handling it by the looks of it. Let's do the Eight of Pentacles. Page of Swords, Four of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but it's looking good. It is tied up to a sense of commitment here on your part. It's looking like a brand new beginning for you, and I feel like you're just getting started. You know, you're not there to the point of, oh, I know what this is. I've been here for a while. It feels really fresh, really new, but it feels good. Let's do the Wheel of Fortune in your focus. Nine of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Okay. There's, again, I kind of get the sense that something changed here and something is still kind of changing. So you're in the middle of that change. And it can be stressful, and it has that energy of, man, this sucks. Or it can have that energy of, you know what, this change especially feels good. So it's a matter of, what do you choose at the end of the day? You know, which energy are you choosing to feed in this? The one where, oh, it's hard and it sucks and, you know, change. Okay, it's good, whatever, but it's feeling like it's crap. Or do you choose to stay in that place of, you know what? Look at what I got in front of me and look at how it's making me feel. Because I do get a sense that this is great energy, the one that you're basically moving forward in. For some reason, I'm not getting that you're in it fully, you know? So, let's take a look at the Nine of Pentacles. Queen of Cups, Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess. All right. You have moments when you doubt your intuition, but they're becoming less and less. They're coming in less and less for you. Because I kind of see you in that place of confidence, of stepping into your power. Your heart is open. Everything is pretty much aligned for the direction in which you're stepping into. But you've got a little bit of an energy at times when you look at your intuition. You're like, I don't know. Should I listen to it? Should I not? Well, eventually you do listen to it because it kind of falls into that whole package where it's like, you know, you're not going to have a choice with the energies that are coming through. But you're kind of almost like you've never listened to your intuition before, you know? Not in the way that you do now, because you're looking at it like, let me pause before I listen to my intuition. Even though I'm listening, I know what it's saying, and I'm like, give me a minute, intuition, you know? Kind of comes in like that, which is quite funny. Because again, all of the energies are aligned so that when that intuition kicks in, you're like, yeah, let's go. Not yet. You're like, give me a minute. Let's do the Five of Wands. Knight of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Yeah, I kind of get this more as inner conflict where, as I said in the beginning of this reading, patience is required. And I feel like this is the time where you kind of lose it. It's like, you know what, it's moving too slow. Like, come on already. Where you're waiting for all these energies to just ground and settle and everything to start to show up balanced, where it's not there quite yet. Again, I kind of get you at the beginning of this, whatever this is for you. So until the energies kind of settle into a place of, I know what's up and I've got it going on in here, it's going to feel a little shaky. So because of that, you may lose your patience at time. Like, really? Come on. Chop, chop. Yeah. So it's going to be a little bit of a struggle with yourself more than anything. All right, let's do the Six of Cups for the supportive energies. Eight of Cups, King of Wands, King of Cups. Ooh, what is this? What is this? Now this I find as maybe love. Maybe that is here somewhat tied up to all of this indirectly. You may have walked away from a possible connection at some point, and that actually kind of pushed you in this direction that you're in right now. Because I see it tied up to this, but it didn't show up in the reading as this is it. This is what the reading is about necessarily. You know, it's kind of indirectly tied up to this. Something showed up here as love and passion and a soul connection for you. But you're not necessarily emotionally connected to it. Now, this could mean one of two things or multiple things, but I'll choose the two. One, you did have something going on and it ended, and somehow you ended up following this path. Two, the situation didn't end necessarily, but you are somewhat emotionally disconnected because your focus shifted onto whatever this is, you know? So there's definitely emotional disconnect in whichever scenario you want to look at. But it's here. It's showing up. Anyways, let's do the Five of Pentacles in your hidden energies. Three of Cups, King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Well, you're actually disconnected from this because you do want the connection back to the emotions of whatever this is to you, because you do find it as a match. However, You're scared that you may completely lose it, and because of that, you choose to disconnect from it emotionally, by keeping yourself busy someplace else, possibly, which this place else looks good for you, because it's like you're working on yourself as you're experiencing possibly the energies of this connection too. You're not necessarily open emotionally. And I feel like at this point it's become something quite normal, where you feel like you are, no, I'm open to love, I'm okay, I'm good. No, there's a fear in there that if you do open up, you'll lose it. So it's better to keep it at a, let me go with what makes sense. Even though you perceive that as, I'm open, I'm good, I'm open to love, I got love here, everything's good. Okay, let's do the Tower. You're not open to love. You're open to what you think love is. Tower in your hopes and fears. Ooh. The Sun, the Devil, the Six of Cups again. You're showing me duality here like not tomorrow. Somehow this whole situation that you're embarking on has to do with the soul connection, which I'm not finding present there for you. I am, but I'm not. It's kind of like the duality aspect of it. Is it the energy that you're tied up to, the energy of love, but you can't really quite grasp that because you're not open to it? Or is there someone here that you're disconnected from, but you would very much like to not be disconnected from? Because it has a sense of good and bad attached to it. The good, the bad, and the ugly attached to it at the same time. It's not like, oh, sometimes it was good, sometimes it was bad. No, it was good and bad at the same time. Or it is. Or that's what you're fearing. That it can exist in that duality. Which, it does. It's a matter of how you perceive it. But you're looking at this connection as being the best and the worst thing possible for you at the same time. And again, I'm not sure if it's here present or if it's just the energy of it that you're kind of manifesting for yourself. I'm not sure. It's interesting that it showed up all of a sudden, because I see your focus someplace and then bam, wait a minute, this someplace is tied up to this. I'm like, oh, so we're going deeper into the heart and the soul and okay. Let's do the Emperor in the potential outcome. The Page of Wands, the Seven of Cups, the Chariot. Okay. Ooh, there's something heading your way. An energy. An interesting energy. I don't know. I kind of see you stepping into your power, which is something that you're building up towards through all of this. Like really stepping into your power. And as soon as you're in that place, you attract all sorts of good energies. This one shows up as being a playful one. It comes in really quick. Like, here, deal with it, kind of a thing. And I kind of get the sense that it's welcomed by you. So it's not pushed away. It's kind of like, oh, okay. All right, let's take it and run with it, kind of a thing. Now, I don't know what kind of an energy this is. Could be a person, could be a situation, but it's a good energy. It's not something like, oh my God, it's so amazing. And so it is, but it's showing up as something that you wouldn't think if you look at it. It's quite small. You wouldn't think that it would make you feel good, or, it's kind of showing up as, hey, pick me, kind of a thing. And you're like, yeah, okay, So I don't know, kind of an interesting energy, the way it's showing up, especially. Let's see what the universe has to close it off. The High Priestess, the Hangman, the Judgment card. You're working on that intuition of yours, the part where you're like, give me a minute intuition. You're working on it, on picking it up quite, without having to give it a 2-minute break. a 1 minute or a 2 minute break. I feel like that's your focus right now, to actually start listening to your intuition more and more, and it's going to serve you through all of this for sure. Again, I kind of get the sense that you are listening to it. There's just kind of a little bit of delay there for some reason. Could be this fear here. I don't know. So let's close it off with the Divine Animals Oracle. Let's pull one for you. Let's see, a final word from here. Yeah. The butterfly. That's great. Change, transformation. Let's see what it says. To experience our full selves, we often go through a difficult period of transformation and growth. Trust what you feel. We all have stages to pass through in life, and not all are easy. Look ahead to where you wish to be, not where you have been. Self-trust and the trust of your partner are necessary for a positive relationship. And man, this is a lot in the... Of course, I'm not going to read all that for you because we'll be here all day. The magic. Butterfly magic is key to growth and transformation of the soul. Going through trauma or difficulty helps reveal our true self and to grow into the full magnificence of the soul itself. Ease doesn't always mean growth. When you need help moving from one life stage to another, then butterfly magic can be useful, although patience is often needed to embody change fully. When you require a dose of beauty, hope, and lightness of spirit, and a reminder to live your life to the full, then butterfly energy can be just a thing. And that's it. Interesting. So yeah, that's what I have for you. Hope this helped, and I'll see you next time.